A city-state soldier does not defend lines on a map. You defend ovens still warm from dawn bread, jars of barley sealed in mud, your mother's sleeping mat, and the stairway where priests climb to feed the gods. If falls, your world does not shrink, it ends. You wake before the sun reaches the reed marshes. The air smells of damp clay, ash, sheep fat, and river water turning cool in the last dark. Somewhere a donkey cries, and from the temple district a drumbeat rolls low, steady, reminding every man on the wall that the city is already calling your body to work. Your wife presses yesterday's flat barley bread into your hand, hard at the edge, soft at the middle, where steam lingered overnight beneath cloth. You dip it in onion mash with a little salt, and swallow quickly. There is no feast before defense, only enough to quiet the hollow under your ribs. Outside, is waking by layers. Potters carry damp vessels from shade. Fishermen lift reed traps from the canal, and scribes in wool skirts hurry with clay tablets tucked in baskets. But above them all rises the dark mass of the ziggurat, tier upon tier of mudbrick and bitumen, catching the earliest light like a mountain built by hands. At the gate court, the captain checks spears first, not men. He runs calloused fingers along shafts of wood, tests bondings, glances at bronze spearheads dulled by old use and sharpened again with stone. Your shield smells of hide and oil. Its weight settles into your arm like a promise you did not make, but must keep. You are not alone, but you are not equal, either. Beside you stand temple retainers, laborers summoned from canal work, younger sons of householders, men owing service in grain or blood. Some wear better wool, some carry bronze axes.
Some only spears with fire-hardened tips. The wall makes one rank out of many kinds of hunger. A runner climbs the stair from the lower quarter, panting dust. Watchers have seen movement beyond the fields, where irrigated green gives way to pale earth. Maybe raiders from a rival city, maybe men sent to cut canals, maybe scouts measuring weakness. No one says the enemy's name loudly. Names make fear heavier.
You climb the mudbrick rampart while the sun pushes over the plain. Beneath your sandals, the bricks still hold night's chill, but already warmth rises through them. From the top you see everything that must not be lost. Courtyard roofs, storage rooms, kiln yards, shrines blackened with incense, narrow lanes where children will soon be kept indoors. Below the wall, workers drag baskets of clay and broken brick to thicken wheat sections near the gate. Defense here is not only spear against flesh, it is mud slapped into cracks, wooden doors braced with beams, reed mats soaped and laid where fire might catch. Your city survives because hands keep building while eyes watch for killing. Near midday, priests emerge in measured steps from the temple enclosure. Their shaved scalps shine with oil. One carries a small smoking burner. Another lifts his hands toward the high terrace of Nana, Lord of the Moon who watches kings and walls alike. Even on a day of danger, grain is poured, incense burned, and the god is fed before soldiers are. The prayer moves along the battlements more quietly than command. Men touch amulets at their throats, kiss knotted cords, murmur to Nana, to Inanna, to whatever power has once spared a brother or healed a child. But not for glory. You ask only that your knees stay strong and your hand not open by itself. At last you see them clearly. Small moving marks on the bright plain, then men, then shields, then a cart creaking behind. They do not rush. That is worse. Men who run may be wild. Men who keep order under the sun have come ready to test brick, gate, and nerve. The captain places slingers near the stronger angles and spearmen over the gate passage. You crouch behind the parapet, peering through gaps in worn mud brick. Sweat gathers behind your knees and under your belt. The sun presses straight down now, flattening shadows, making every bronze edge wink like a warning from a god. The first missiles are not arrows but stones. They crack against brick, skip, and burst into dust near your feet. A man 2 places away raises his shield too late and drops with a sound smaller than you expected, more like a sack hitting a floor than a hero meeting death. Someone drags him back by the heels. Now the whole wall wakes into noise. Sling cords snap, reed-shafted arrows hiss, orders bounce along the parapet, broken by wind and fear. You thrust your spear downward at a ladder rising against the gate tower. Feel the shaft jar in your palms as the point strikes wood, then flesh, then emusiness when the latter tips away. The smell changes first. Morning river coolness is gone, replaced by hot dust, sweat, leather, bitumen, and the copper stink of blood. Your mouth dries until your tongue feels thick as wool. You do not notice how hard you are breathing until you hear yourself, an animal sound cage behind your teeth. An enemy torch arcs upward and lands below on a reed awning near the inner gate. Men shout. Half your rank stays to watch the ladder approaches while others race down with jars and soaked mats. In defense is always divided.
One hand beats away flame, while the other keeps hold of the spear. By late afternoon, the attack slackens. Not ends. Never trust that, but loosens, like a rope pulled and released to test whether fibers have snapped. Beyond the ditch, enemy figures gather their wounded and stand talking in clusters. On the wall, you finally feel the tremor in your own legs, delayed until stillness gives it room.
A water carrier comes with clay jars looped in cords. The water is warm and tastes faintly of silt, but it runs through you like mercy. Someone passes dates, another a handful of roasted barley. Men speak in murmurs now, as if loud voices might invite the enemy back before sunset. When evening lowers over the ziggurat turns dark against a red-brown sky, and smoke drifts flat above the roofs. You remain on watch while the city settles into careful quiet. Families below light hearths only where they are hidden. A child cries, then is hushed. Even victory must not be heard too far. Night does not bring relief, only a different truth. You look over the wall at the plain gone black and understand that stands because tomorrow another watch will climb these same bricks with the same dry mouth and shaking hands. The city is holy, yes, but it is built each day out of men who are afraid.